I mean, it's somewhat related to this idea of communication you're talking about. I've seen some companies also put structures into place. I've seen them create these kind of fast-acting project teams that are maybe bringing together people from across different areas, or maybe steering kind of teams that again have representatives to try to drive some of that communication. What are your reactions to those types of approaches?
Yeah, we have several companies that have mentioned those in some of the working groups, and everybody's always excited to hear about them. I think, if you can spare the resources where you can set aside, some folks so that they are accessible and can be pulled into different projects or fast action teams and that kind of thing, I think that's such a great thing for the organization, because it feels good to have those resources set aside. And with the companies that have done that, they have leveraged them. I mean, there's no lack of work, for those folks to work on. There are challenges with that, obviously, as far as finding those resources and paying for them. But there are different models there too, where their costs can be charged out based on the project that they're working on, and that kind of thing. There are also questions around, how do you select for that? How long do they stay on those teams, and how do you reintegrate those folks? And that again can be specific to your company. But I think if you think about that ahead of time and outline that, then people are going to feel great about it. And I think our more junior HR talent is really interested in those kind of experiences too, because they can get development in all kinds of ways. And career development is changing, with HR as well. The way we bring in junior employees, how they get developed is changing. And that's the focus of the fall study the CAHRS RAs are doing right now. And so we'll have some data for you on that in late November, early December, as part of this HR for HR focus. But those fast action teams, I think, are a really attractive way to resource some of these great projects that are out there that are just hard to get the focus on.
Yeah, I think that reintegration piece that you mentioned is especially critical, because I've heard these cases where, particularly junior talent, they get into these project teams and they're really exciting, they're fast-paced, they're getting so many diverse experiences, and then when they're like, okay, now you have to go into a role, there's somewhat of a difficult transition at that point.
Yeah.